Have you ever wondered why some people shoot up tall effortlessly, while others stay stuck at the same height no matter what they try? Is height just luck of the genes, or can we actually influence how tall we become? What if I told you that 60 to 80% of your height is pre-coded in your DNA, but it's not the whole story? That tiny windows in your bones, called growth plates, hold the secret to your potential final height. And that what you eat, how you sleep, and even your daily posture can either unlock or block your growth. In this video, we're going deep into the science of height, from genetics to hormones, nutrition to growth plates, myths to facts, and uncover how your body really grows taller and what you can do to maximize your height naturally. So, if you want to know the truth behind growing taller and separate real science from gimmicks, stay with me because this might just change everything you thought about height. In this video, we'll uncover the real science behind how your height is determined, from genetics and hormones to growth plates and nutrition. You'll learn what actually controls your growth, what's fact or fiction, and how to naturally maximize your height potential. Let's dive into the truth about growing taller. Chapter 1. The Science of Height. What really controls how tall you grow? Height is a polygenic quantitative trait, meaning it's influenced by thousands of genetic variants acting together. Large-scale meta-analyses of genome-wide association studies (GWAS) involving millions of individuals have pinpointed over 3,000 single nucleotide polymorphisms (SNPs) associated with height variation. These SNPs map to genes involved in chondrocyte proliferation and differentiation, for example, FGFR3, SHOX. Bone matrix production and mineralization, for example, COL1A1, BMP2. Hormonal regulation pathways, for example, GHR, IGF-1. Despite this genetic blueprint, epigenetic factors play a huge role in modulating gene expression throughout development. DNA methylation patterns in growth plate cells vary depending on nutrition, inflammation, and environmental stress, altering height outcomes. Bone growth mechanics. Long bones grow through a process called endochondral ossification, where chondrocytes in growth plates divide, mature, and are replaced by bone tissue. This process involves resting zone chondrocytes act as stem-like cells providing new cells. Proliferative zone, rapid chondrocyte division, lengthening cartilage. Hypertrophic zone, cells enlarge and secrete factors attracting blood vessels. Calcification and ossification, cartilage is replaced by mineralized bone matrix deposited by osteoblasts. The whole process is governed by a tight balance of local paracrine factors, for example, PTHRP, Indian hedgehog, and systemic hormones. Environmental modifiers include nutrition. Protein energy malnutrition impairs collagen synthesis and IGF-1 production. Chronic infections elevate cytokines IL-6, TNF-alpha, which suppress growth hormone axis. Physical activity. Mechanical load increases osteoblast activity via mechanotransduction pathways. Psychosocial factors. Chronic stress raises cortisol, suppressing GH secretion and bone formation. Height follows a characteristic growth curve, rapid in infancy due to nutrition and maternal factors, slow steady growth in childhood, and a dramatic pubertal spurt triggered by sex steroids before growth plate closure. Chapter 2. The Truth About Growth Plates, the Window of Opportunity. Growth plates, epiphyseal plates, are specialized hyaline cartilage regions at bone ends, responsible for lengthening bones until key structural and functional zones. Resting zone, stem cell niche. Proliferative zone, rapid mitosis, chondrocytes align in columns. Hypertrophic zone, cells enlarge, increase matrix secretion. Calcification zone, matrix mineralizes and is invaded by blood vessels. The interplay between PTHRP and Indian hedgehog forms a negative feedback loop maintaining chondrocyte proliferation. Estrogen's role in closure. Estrogen receptor alpha in growth plate chondrocytes mediate senescence. Fertile estrogen rise triggers terminal differentiation and apoptosis of chondrocytes. sealing the growth plate with bone epiphyseal fusion. This process is sex-dependent. Boys convert testosterone to estrogen locally via rockets. Clinical assessment of growth potential, bone age X-rays, comparing hand-wrist bone ossification centers with standard atlases. Growth velocity monitoring, slowing height increase suggests approaching closure. Experimental research, stem cell therapies aim to regenerate growth plate cartilage by transplanting chondroprogeny. Pharmacologic agents like aromatase inhibitors delay estrogen-mediated closure in rare growth disorders but have side effects. Genetic modulation of FGFR3 negative regulator of growth is being explored. Chapter 3: Nutrition that grows bones to add energy. Bone is a metabolically active organ undergoing continuous remodeling, requiring balanced nutrition. Macronutrient roles: protein supplies essential amino acids lysine, choline, hydroxyproline needed for collagen-type desynthesis, the main organic matrix of cartilage in bone. Calcium, integral for hydroxyapate crystal formation, a mineral that hardens bone. Vitamin D cholecalciferol, converted in liver out kidney to active form 125-dihydroxyapatite D, which binds VDR in enterocytes, enhancing calcium absorption. Micronutrients: magnesium activates enzymes like alkaline phosphatase for mineral deposition. Zinc acts as a cofactor for DNA synthesis and osteoblastic differentiation. Vitamin K2 gamma-carboxylates osteocalcium, which binds calcium to bone matrix. Phosphorus critical for hydroxyapate formation, balanced with calcium. Dietary patterns: diets high in sugar induce hyperinsulinemia, increasing IGF-binding proteins that reduce free IGF-1. Chronic excessive sugar intake increases systemic inflammation, CRP, IL-6, impairing GH-IGF axis. Mediterranean diet components: polyphenols, omega-3 fatty acids reduce oxidative stress and support bone metabolism. Timing and meal patterns: post-exercise protein intake within 30 minutes optimizes muscle and bone anabolism. Nighttime protein intake supports nocturnal GH peaks. Emerging research: probiotics may modulate calcium absorption and systemic inflammation, influencing bone growth indirectly. Chapter 4: The role of hormones, how GH and IGF-1 influence height. Growth hormone GH is secreted in a pulsable manner from the anterior pituitary, regulated by GHRH. Growth hormone releasing hormone stimulates secretion. Somatostatin inhibits secretion. Feedback by IGF-1 and GH itself. GH acts directly on chondrocytes to promote proliferation and matrix production, but most growth effects are mediated by insulin-like growth factor 1 IGF-1 produced by the liver and locally by growth plate cells. IGF-1 stimulates proliferation and hypertrophy of chondrocytes. It increases synthesis of collagen and proteoglycan. It promotes osteoblast differentiation and bone mineralization. Other hormones influencing height: thyroid hormones T3, T4, enhanced GH receptor expression and IGF-1 synthesis. Sex steroids: testosterone converted locally to estrogen triggers pubertal growth and eventual growth plate growth. Cortisol: excess glucocorticoids inhibit osteoblast function and GH secretion. Chronic stress or steroid therapy leads to growth retardation. Factors reducing GH secretion. Obesity induces GH resistance by elevated free fatty acids. Insulin resistance blocks GH effects by a signaling disruption. Sleep deprivation blunts nocturnal GH pulses. Alcohol and smoking reduce GH release and impair bone metabolism. Natural ways to enhance GH. High-intensity interval training height causes acute GH surges. Deep sleep stage 3/4 and REM associated with largest GH pulses. Intermittent fasting transiently increases GH secretion. Amino acid supplements, arginine and ornithine may enhance GH release in some individuals. Chapter 5: Myths versus reality. Height gimmicks that waste your time. Many commercial products claim to increase height, but science disproves them. Height pills, mostly vitamins, minerals, or herbs with no proven effect on growth plate biology. Electrical stimulation devices and claims of stimulating bone growth have no credible evidence. Magnetic insoles, no clinical trials show effects on bone length. Spinal decompression temporarily increase height by spinal disc decompression, but do not lengthen bones permanently. Limb lengthening surgery. Valid medical procedure involving osteotomy and distraction osteogenesis. It is invasive, painful, requires months of rehabilitation, and risks complications, infection, nerve damage. HGH injections, effective only in diagnosed GH deficiency or specific syndromes. Misuse causes side effects like acromegaly, insulin resistance, and cardiovascular issues. Chapter 6, Posture and Alignment. Hidden height you're losing every day. Poor posture compresses spinal discs and shortens perceived height. The spine has natural curves, cervical lordosis, thoracic kyphosis, lumbar lordosis. Excessive curvature alters stature. Disc hydration decreases during the day due to loading, causing up to 1.5 to 2 centimeters loss in height. Postural defects like kyphosis, scoliosis, and flat back syndrome reduce spinal length permanently if untreated. Interventions, strengthening core muscles transversus abdominis, multifidus supports proper spinal alignment. Ergonomics, using correct desk and chair height. Physical therapy and chiropractic care can correct minor misalignments. Studies show improved posture restores 1 to 3 centimeters height instantly and reduces back pain. Chapter 7, Stretching and Exercises. Signaling your bones to rock. Bones respond to mechanical stimuli via mechanotransduction, conversion of mechanical load into cellular signals. Osteocytes, the primary mechanosensors in bone, respond to strain by releasing nitric oxide, prostaglandins, W and T signaling molecules. These activate osteoblasts, increasing bone formation. Recommended exercises for height. Weight-bearing activities, jumping, running, and resistance training increase bone density. Spinal decompression, hanging from bars, conversion therapy reduces disc compression. Stretching routines, yoga postures, for example, cobra, cat-cow, and spinal flexibility. Pilates and swimming improve posture or strength and flexibility. Avoid heavy weightlifting with a proper technique before growth plate closure to prevent injury. Chapter 8, The Sleep Code, Unlocking Nighttime Growth Like Never Before. During slow-wave sleep SWS, the hypothalamus increases GHRH release, triggering pulsal GH secretion from the pituitary. Mechanisms: GH pulses coincide with delta waves 0.5 to 4 Hz during stage 3 and for NREM. Sleep deprivation decreases GH amplitude and frequency. Circadian rhythms modulate hormone secretion. Melatonin may enhance GHRH action. Sleep disruptions, apnea, insomnia, blood growth hormone secretion, impairing growth. Optimizing sleep for growth. Maintain a consistent bedtime and wake time aligned with circadian rhythm. Avoid caffeine, screens, and bright lights before sleep. Use sleep hygiene, dark room, cool temperature, relaxing pre-sleep routine. Consider magnesium or herbal aids valerian, chamomile to improve sleep quality. Adolescents require 8 to 10 hours for optimal hormone release and recovery. Height isn't just genes, it's biology, habits, and science combined. Control your growth plate, fuel your hormones, fix your posture, and prioritize sleep. Forget gimmicks. Real growth demands real action. Start now. Maximize your height potential. Subscribe if you're done surviving and ready to start living. See you in the next one.